New ambassadors represent Nigeria in foreign countries. Now, because of the federal character principle, each state must produce an ambassador. Each state has a slot. And last week, the president filled Ondo State's slot by nominating Nimi Akinkugbe. Now, let me tell you about Nimi Akinkugbe. She's been married to her husband, Yinka, for 30 years, and they have 3 children. She's a graduate of the London School of Economics. She has an MBA, a master's in business administration. She worked in banking for over 20 years, and in that time, she rose up to be general manager of private banking at Stanbic IBTC. And then she moved to Barclays Bank, an international bank, where she became West Africa Regional Director for the Wealth and Investment Management Division. Do you know the game Monopoly? Have you played the Lagos version of Monopoly, where the properties all have the names of Lagos streets? Have you played that one? Nimi Akinkugbe made that happen. Her company, Best Man Games, bought the rights and made the game. That's the type of person she is. That's the type of person Nimi Akinkugbe is. An achiever. A winner. Some people would say that she's actually the perfect type of person to represent Nigeria abroad. And Ondo State, or any other state for that matter, would be honored to have her as their flag bearer. Some people would say that. But some people in Ondo State are saying, No. They're saying that Nimi Akinkugbe has no business taking a slot meant for Ondo State. Why? Because she's not an indigene. Nimi Akinkugbe was born to a Rivers family. Her original surname is Ajumogobia. And so to some people, the last 30 years do not matter. She is still a Rivers indigene. And that's why I'm asking you today, is a woman from her home state, her husband's home state, or both? Let me tell you what they said in Ondo. First, we have the state chairman, Ondo Youth Coalition. His name is Ademario Emmanuel. And he said, quote, the person that was nominated is not from Ondo State. We're doing more research to know those behind the recommendation of that appointment, and we will send a letter to the presidency and the governor. Ondo State cannot be shortchanged and manipulated by some greedy set of persons because of power. It is insulting that we have people that can represent the state well in national affairs. Why are they not being given an appointment? Ondo State has prominent sons and daughters who are well-to-do and can represent Nigeria and the state anywhere in the world. This appointment will not stand. When we have made up our mind, we will take the next step. The chairman of the Ondo Youth Coalition said. And the Ondo Youth Coalition is not alone. We also have the Yoruba Afenifere Youth Organization of Nigeria, YAYON. And their president, Eric Oluwole, he said, quote, we call for the cancellation of Ondo State ambassadorial nominee within 48 hours. Someone cannot be nominated from Rivers State to represent us in Ondo State as an ambassador when there are many qualified indigenes. I urge Governor Rotimi Akeredolu of Ondo State as a lovely person to play neutral selection on this. I want to believe the nomination was a mistake. Lagos. You have a woman who has been married to an Ondo indigene for 30 years. They don't marry him for Ondo State. 30 years. 30. And these two groups talk say she no be the ambassadorial nominee from Ondo because she's from Rivers State. Do you agree with them? Or do you think that Akinkugbe is qualified and is an Ondo woman by marriage? Where is a woman from? Her father's land, her husband's land, or both? Or should she just, create her own land and be from there? Maybe that's what should happen. Should she leave, both her father's, her what's it called now? Husbands, and just adopt one land and say, this is where I'm from. We've got Godwin on the line. Hello, Godwin.
Hello, good afternoon, Sandra.
Good afternoon. Where's a woman from, Godwin?
This woman is from Ondo State. There's no two ways about it. There's somebody that I've married for 30 years. Even if it's one day, she married legally to a man, and they have children. Okay, what are they going to do with those children now? Are they going to, disown the children? I mean, I don't know. I don't want to use a derogatory word. Otherwise, I could have said this is foolishness to the highest level. What about their mothers that are there? Their mother came from other parts of the region and being married to Ondo State. So what are they going to do with their mother? Which means if they're sharing something that has to do with women, their mother have to go back to where they belong to, other states. This is just, this is just a political, I call it political selfishness, just for their own, personal gain. A woman that have married for so many years, she bears the Yoruba name. She speaks the language, even if she doesn't. And you're saying she's not an indigene. Can they define who is an indigene? I mean, I don't know. I'm short of words here. And they'll be talking about marginalization. They'll be talking about racism. There's racism right in their kitchen. Somebody that the same country, by marriage, she's legally an indigene. She's already an indigene by marriage. So what are we talking about here? I mean, they are celebrating foolishness. I'm sorry.
All right, let me talk to Jazz Alter. Jazz Alter, hello.
Yeah, my dear Sandra.
How are you?
I'm fine. Please go and tell those youth of Ondo that they should go and sit down. Please. Just tell them. As long as I'm concerned, that woman is a full-blown Nigerian individual for anywhere, so he's supposed to get that post. So far, other qualities.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you very much for calling. 99.3. Hello.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening. What's your name?
My name is Michael.
Michael, where is a woman from?
In fact, I don't know how to explain my displeasure over these people pursuing this agitation. I don't know how to explain my displeasure over that, because even you see, we have lost it so much in Nigeria, such that we don't this issue of where are you from, who are you, which state are you from? I'm Igbo, I'm Yoruba, I'm from Kogi State, I'm from the other side. It has made us to lose the quality. This issue of capacity, someone's capability, ability to deliver. We have totally, completely lost it completely. So you have someone of this standard, is being nominated to represent you. Is nominated to represent you, and you still have the gut to come out to say that the person is not from, and the person, there are ways by which one can become an indigene of a certain, even citizenship. It's either by birth, by marriage, or by merit. I don't know what is wrong with us in this country. Hey, God, in fact, we are calling God to come and solve a problem while we ourselves is the real problem to ourselves here. You are standing, the Black Lives Matter, this, but right under your nose, you keep doing things that even the Western world will ask, are these people normal at all?
Let me talk to Chukwuendu. Hello, welcome to the show.
Sandra, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Where is a woman from, Chukwuendu?
Thank you very much. I must commend you for your courage.
Okay.
Well, for Nimi Akinkugbe, legally, provided she's married to a man from Ondo State, constitutionally, legally, she's from there.
So one of our problems in Nigeria, or we always stand between the Red Sea and the hard rock, is the issue of ethnicity, tribalism, and so forth. It has created much problem in our country. Even while I was in school, you experience it even in church, where you are working. Is quite unfortunate.
Well, thanks for calling.
All right. Then, Sandra, please, one more thing.
Yes.
Please, last week, Thursday, I played 1 minute with Chukwudi, and I won.
Okay. Have you sent your details?
Yes, he asked me to send my details.
Were you announced? Were you announced as the winner for that day?
No. By I think you closed by 6 or something like that. You just went off. You did not make the announcement. But it was 2 people that played, Sheriff and Chukwudi, and I won 5 out of the 7. That's what he asked me.
I see.
But I sent my wife's account number because my account number is dormant.
Okay, so we're
First Bank.
Okay, so we're going to look at the details and then we're going to check it out, okay?
Yes, Thursday
last week. Thank you so much for calling to share that with me. Now, we'll talk to Ben and then we'll go to Facebook. Don't forget, WhatsApp is currently out of commission at the moment, so we're taking messages via Facebook and Twitter only. Hello, Ben.
Yeah, good evening, ma'am.
Good evening. Good to have you on the show. Where's the woman from?
By right of marriage, she's from Ondo.
Okay.
And this is the reason why we don't see progress in this country. This is the reason we are having issues in police force.
Okay.
They employ people based on on long leg. They couldn't be based on who you know in the system. If she has the prediction and she marries to Ondo person, she's from Ondo by right of marriage. But if it's good, then how did Obama became a president of the USA from Kenya? So they should leave her, they should allow her to rule, so that she can bring out the best and.
Oh no, Ben. Thank you for calling, though. If you just joined the show, hello. I'm talking to you about something that happened last week. We had the president who nominated Nimi Akinkugbe as the ambassador from Ondo State because of federal character. You know, federal character principle says each state must produce an ambassador. And so the nominee from Ondo State is called Nimi Akinkugbe. She's been married to her husband, Yinka, for 30 years. They have 3 children. And she's a very high-flying overachiever. She's what some people will call the perfect type of person to represent Nigeria abroad. But from her state, or what we thought was her state, because she's married to somebody from that state, we have people saying, you're not from our state. You should not be the ambassador. You're not from Ondo. You are an indigene of River State. Now, this is not the first time something like this has happened. Remember last year, or I think earlier this year, I brought you the story of the Chief Justice in Cross River. The governor of the state refused to swear her in because governor of the state said she was from Akwa Ibom, not Cross River. This is the kind of thing that happens to women quite a lot. It happens to everyone. It happens to men, it happens to women. But the women's own is special. It's special. Because you have women who, when they go to their husband's place, husband's people will say, no, you're not from here. When they go to their home state, their father's state will say, no, you're not from here. Go to your husband's state and, Zolani. Or go to your husband's state and get your own share of whatever it is that is due to you. Don't come and take the one from the people from your father's place. So you have the situation where the woman is an internally displaced person. She can't be here, she can't be there. And that's why on the show today, I'm asking, where is she from? Is a woman from her home state, her husband's home state, or both? We don't have WhatsApp today, so share your thoughts via Facebook, Nigeria Info 99.3. Tweet at us at Nigeria Info FM. Call us on 0700 993 993 993. Now, a senator from Ondo State came out to support this nomination. Senator Patrick Akinyelure. He represents Ondo Central. And when they asked him about the situation, here's what he said, quote, "You can claim your husband's state. As long as she has married our people, we accept her. However, if the people of Ondo State kick against it, we will reconsider. She is the mother of Ondo children, regardless of where she's from." End quote. It's interesting that he addressed, her as the mother of Ondo children. What do you think of that? It's an interesting add to the conversation. She's the mother of Ondo children. What if she had no children? Would she be less of an Ondo woman if she had no children? What do you think about what Senator Akinyelure said? (0700-993-993-993). Do you agree with the senator? Tweet at us at Nigeria Info FM. Regardless of where she's from, she's the mother of Ondo children. Except, of course, one of those children is a woman, and then that woman goes and marries somewhere else, and then they'll tell that woman, well, whatever the people say, we will consider. Regardless of the fact that you're from Ondo, you are the mother of Enugu children. We've got Emeka on the line. Emeka, hello.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Good to have you on the show.
Am I speaking? Am I on? Is it Joyce or Sandra?
Sandra.
Okay, Sandra. Good afternoon. The topic you brought is a very interesting one, in the sense that a woman that was married somewhere, as in married into another place, automatically becomes a citizen of that place. There's no two ways about it. It's just we're just trying to whip ethnic sentiment into this thing. That's the way I think.
Yeah, but she doesn't automatically become a citizen of that place. If all the time we're hearing stories like this come up, this is not the first story. It's not the second. It won't be the last one.
At least we need to say once upon a time begins the story. Let's start putting things in right perspective now. Do you understand? Okay. Let me paint another scenario. In Yoruba culture, I grew up. I was born and I grew up in Itire. Do you understand?
Okay.
Now, in Yoruba culture, if they wanted to get a king, and the family where the king is supposed to come from don't have a suitable male child, sometimes they go to their maternal home to get somebody to be a king there. So these people, they know what they just want to, because maybe proud because she's not a Yoruba person. Do you understand?
Okay.
Ordinarily, if she's a Yoruba, they should have. They know they wouldn't have even objected it. So until we start trying to take away ethnic sentiment and things like that.
What will you now say? What will you now say to Ben Ayade in Cross River, who at some point refused to confirm the Chief Justice of Cross River because he said she was from Akwa Ibom, even though she had been married to somebody who was from Cross River and had lived in Cross River and practiced in Cross River her whole career?
It is still the same thing. It is still the same thing. What Anade did is equally wrong as well, because you can be a citizen by number of years you spent in a place, or by marriage or any other constitutional ways. Do you understand? And this woman in question, she married from Cross River and even lived there for many years. Perhaps even practice a law profession in Cross River. So automatically, she's meant to be sworn in as a justice. Head of justice or whatever thing they wanted to give her there. So it's just the same thing. So we need to start correcting those wrong perception anomaly.
Emeka, thanks for calling. Because we're calling into this show and we're all saying, she's automatically from, this is not right, this is how it should be, and all of that. But how come we are all saying A and it seems like the rest of the world is saying B? Also, I want to hear if you have similar experiences with Nimi here and the acting CJ in Cross River at the time. Have you been in a similar situation? Have you heard about similar stories? Maybe you've experienced it yourself. Have you seen situations where, a woman is rejected simply because they say, oh, you're not an indigene, but she's married to somebody who's an indigene? And I want to hear from people who support the Ondo State indigenes. If you support what they did, if you think, yes, a woman is not from her husband's place, I want to hear from you as well. Olayemi, hello.
Hello.
Thanks for calling, Olayemi.
Yeah. This topic you are discussing is I find it hard to believe.
Okay.
Why would they want to tell the woman she does not come from the state? Where were they when Fola Sharif Jackson Bent was senator in Adamawa State, a Yoruba woman? I think they are just trying to celebrate their ignorance. Simple. A woman is from her husband's place. Once she marries, she moves out of her people's place. In Yoruba land, sorry, I'm a Yoruba person.
Mm-hmm.
In Yoruba land, it is believed that when a woman marries into a family, she becomes a member of that family, and nobody from her own home will even accept her back again. That is how it is
supposed to be.
They are just celebrating ignorance.
I see.
Thank you.
Olayemi, thank you for calling me. Now, let me change that question a bit. When it comes to political appointments or civil service positions or government benefits, should women be eligible in their state of origin or in their husband's state of origin or in both? When it comes to political appointments or civil service positions or government benefits, should women be eligible in their state of origin or their husband's state of origin or both? 0700-993-993. If you cannot call into the show, send us a message via Facebook. Facebook is Nigeria Info 99.3. Tweet at us at Nigeria Info FM as well. Debola, hello.
Hello, Sandra.
Thanks for calling.
Hello, Sandra.
Yes, hello. Thanks for calling.
Hello, good afternoon. My name is Adola from Ondo State.
Yes, good afternoon. Welcome.
I've been listening to your station. In fact, this is my first time, and I'm really impressed. With every news I've been hearing from you, your station is still the best.
Thank you.
In any form in Nigeria till today. Now, let me quickly add to what you are saying now at this moment. Please, I'm not saying this based on sentiment.
Okay.
Actually, what I see, when the governor selected this woman as a representative from Ondo State, I believe that is totally wrong. This is politics.
Okay.
It is just unfortunate that it has to come to a woman. If we remove the issue of a woman, let's assume that the woman is from Ondo State and her husband is from River State. And the governor eventually selected, the River State governor now selected her husband. You understand what I'm saying? He selected this woman from Ondo State as a representative for the River State. I believe that the Rivers indigene will also react the same manner.
I see.
Actually, well accepted that the woman married to an Ondo indigene. But based on her qualification and her experience and all those things, I believe so strongly that there are a lot of Ondo indigenes who are women who are also even have the better qualifications.
So let me understand what you're saying. Yes, she's married to an Ondo indigene, but she herself is not an Ondo indigene. Is that what you're saying?
No. Now she's an Ondo indigene, right?
But doesn't make
She's
her an Ondo.
Because the two of them are married and their blood are the same. Even scripturally, the blood is the same.
Okay,
she bears the name, and she's an Ondo indigene in the sense that she's married an Ondo man.
So why shouldn't the governor give her the position?
No. This see, you are talking on the angle of being a married woman to an Ondo person. But we are talking on the issue of the politics now.
The reason I gave is the reason that the people who opposed it gave. So the Ondo Youth Coalition, they said she's not an indigene. The Yoruba Afenifere Youth Organization of Nigeria, they also said she's not an indigene. It's their own
Sandra,
reason I'm actually giving you.
Please, I understand you. I understand what you're saying. Understand what you say. I can't deny her that she's not an indigene. But you know that we can say that, okay, she belongs to River, she belongs to Ondo. Half to Ondo, half to River. Is that what we are going to say?
I don't know. Is that how we want to start looking at it? They can.
That is the way it's going to be looked at.
So they should benefit from both sides.
She's not an Ondo indigene. They will take her as an Ondo indigene, but they can't fully take her as an Ondo indigene. And they know fully well that people that are fully Ondo indigene who are women are also that are better in qualification and in experience are there.
So being married
not select from that area.
So being married to an Ondo indigene doesn't make you a full Ondo indigene.
See, in politics, people can put sentiments. But you know, in Nigeria, politics is something that is very sensitive. And people will not even want to take it lightly when it comes to that area.
I see.
Okay, Rivers has their own selection. The person from River, the governor from River does not. They should go and look. Okay, we should look at this way. If Ondo governor can select somebody from Rivers, even though he's now married to an Ondo man, who we can claim that the woman is also from Ondo State, is there nobody in River State also who also married to an Ondo woman? Can the River State governor give that Ondo woman to River State?
Should he?
Can he?
Should he?
I believe that he will never.
Okay.
That is why sentiment is there. I said that sentiment is there in politics.
Sentiment is there, Adeola says. We've got Jide on the line. Jide, hello.
Good evening, Sandra.
Good evening. Did you listen to the conversation I had with Adeola?
Not at all. Not at all.
Sorry about that. You missed quite a bit, but let me hear your own thoughts.
Okay. I actually wanted to talk about the issue of the Ondo woman, the Nimi Akinkugbe.
Yes, that's what I was talking about with Adeola. Adeola says, she shouldn't be the nominee because she's half Rivers and half half Ondo. So they should have given it to somebody equally qualified who is fully Ondo. What do you say to that, Jide?
Okay. Now, this is my own point of view. The woman obviously is an indigene, automatically is an indigene. She is an indigene, okay, because she's married to another person. Even if you're married for just a year or two, you're already an indigene, okay? She deserves it. But now, I want to point out something. This is where our people usually get it wrong.
Okay.
You understand? And we really need to sensitize our people about these things.
Okay.
Now, in a case whereby probably a Yoruba man is married to somebody from another part of the country, maybe from the east or from the south or something. Now, this is what they usually do. They will tell you that, because you're married to our daughter, okay, probably for whatever reason, something else happened, eventually, maybe the lady died, you understand? And they will tell you to bring the corpse back home, okay?
Okay.
But the lady to be buried there,
okay,
because she's not from your side.
Okay.
So what are they trying to portray? So meaning they are trying to tell you that woman is still their daughter, no matter for how long they are married to the person. It is not a good idea. People really need to change from this.
But she's still their daughter now. I don't know about the burying part, but they're not wrong to say that the woman is still their daughter.
What I'm trying to say, Sandra, is she's their daughter, okay? But for as long as they've given out her hand in marriage to the man, then everything belongs to the man. Do you understand what I'm saying?
But does the man belong to her? Does the man belong to her? Because the Bible says two become one. Huh? So does the man belong to her in the way that she belongs to the man? Does that mean the man is also now from her place?
Pardon?
Does that mean that the man is also now from her place? So this Yoruba man, does it mean that he's also now from the south or the southeast?
No. He is not from the south. The Yoruba man will remain and maintain his own, citizenship.
Oh, but the
Wherever
woman
he
will
comes
lose
from.
her own citizenship.
Exactly.
I see.
Exactly, because you leave your parents' home and get married to the man. Because now, if you are saying, okay, does that mean maybe the man too belongs to them over there? So that is where maybe these Ondo people are now saying, okay, she's not from their place. That
I
they should
see.
give it to somebody who is Ondo indigenous. But if you don't have that kind of mentality that the woman is an outsider, probably she's a stranger, you could have allowed her, to take the mantle. You understand what I'm saying?
Okay.
So that's what I'm trying to point out. That okay, let us know that everybody we are one, irrespective of your tribe. Okay?
All right, Jide. Thank you for calling. That question I asked Jide is a very serious question. Oh. The way that a woman belongs to her husband, does the husband belong to his wife? So the way that a woman can take a political appointment from her husband's place, can her husband take political appointment from her own place? Should that be able to happen? Because when Bible said to become one, Bible was not talking about, the wife bands one. It said to become one. Right? So why are we, very stuck on, oh no, she comes from his place now, but we're uncomfortable with the idea of him coming from her place too. You're listening to Sandra Ezekwesili on 99.3 Nigeria Info. This is the Glass Ceiling on Hard Facts. Don't go away.
Hard Facts will be right back.
This is the Glass Ceiling on Hard Facts.
Is a woman from her home state, her husband's home state, or both? When it comes to political appointments or civil service positions or government benefits, should women be eligible in their state of origin or their husband's state of origin or both? She fit collect appointment for her own state when she don't marry, or may she collect am for her husband's state because she don't marry, or may she fit collect am for anyone where the appointment from come, either husband's state or her own papa's state or anyone. And should this apply to men? Should the same rules apply to men? Should my husband be from Enugu the way I am from Okrika? 0700-993-96 993 You can also send us a message on Facebook because we don't have WhatsApp up at the moment. So Facebook is Nigeria Info 99.3. Sharafdeen Adebayo says the woman has two homelands. One is by natural birth and the second is by legal marriage. However, it is when Nigerians work as Nigerians and not as Igbos or Yorubas or an Hausa Nigeria, there will be no place to go in terms of development. Okay. Also, going by the virtue of her achievement, she's one of the best candidates to represent Nigeria over there. This is plain tribalism and it needs to be addressed. But you see, this is not tribalism that, we have both genders in Nigeria facing. Do you understand? So, for instance, you have a man, and say he's not from Lagos, but he can come to Lagos and vie for political position, or he can be appointed or something. And people will say, oh no, you're not from Lagos, go to your home state. If he goes to his home state, he can vie for those positions and he will win. He doesn't have that same constraint that a woman has, who will go to her home state like she's been advised, try to vie for a position, and yet they'll tell her, no, you're not from here anymore, you're not married, go to your husband's place. So yes, it's still tribalism in a way, but also it's also not tribalism. We found a way to internally displace women. We've got Martins on the line. Hello, Martins.
Hello.
How are you? Welcome.
Fine. Sandra.
Good to have you on the show.
I'm happy meeting you today. For a long time, been trying for more than 2 years.
Wow. Welcome. Congratulations.
President Sandra.
Good to have you on the show.
Thank you for helping us in Nigeria.
Okay.
See, what is our country turning to? What's happening to us? Who do us this? A woman is married to a man, an indigenous of a state, and you are saying he's not from our state. What is wrong with us? I thought they would say he's not qualified to be there. If they say he's not qualified to be there, that's good. And they're coming up, they say, who divided us? That is why I can see now that we are not one. The best thing for Nigerians is to part. If somebody can be married to an indigenous of the state, and you come up in the air, in the national radio, to say that is not an indigenous, and therefore, what is, okay, send her and the children back to the state, back to River State. Which means intermarriage in this Nigeria should be cancelled. That's what they're trying to portray. If they don't know the calamity or what they're trying to do, what they're saying is that everybody go your way. You don't belong to us, we don't belong to you. When I hear this, I thank God I'm on air today because I was so mad that how did we come to this level? What happened to us? And what is still happening to us, Sandra? What's happening? When do we turn things to become evil? How does the external and international community look at us? A law permits that a woman should marry to his estate. It became, even by law, if he marry a Igbo man come here, the Igbo man is definitely an indigenous of Nigeria.
No,
that's what the law says.
No, Constitution no recognize say woman fit give citizenship to a Igbo man. No.
Huh?
No, only Nigerian man fit give citizenship to a Igbo woman.
That's what I'm saying. I say if you go and marry a Igbo man and come here, or Igbo woman and come here, the Igbo man became a Nigerian.
No.
True or false?
No. If a Nigerian woman marries an Oyibo man, that Oyibo man cannot become a Nigerian. It's only an Oyibo man. Sorry, it's only a Nigerian man that can give an Oyibo woman citizenship.
That's what I'm saying. That if a Nigerian man marries an Oyibo woman, he becomes an indigenous.
Yes.
That's what I'm saying. And that's why it's applicable. That's our law. So, by what they're doing now, they're saying is that if you have any relationship with a Yoruba man, cut it off. If I have a relationship with a Hausa man, cut it off. They don't understand what they're trying to do by these stupid politics they are doing.
Martins, thanks for calling. Let me talk to Bibi. Hello, Bibi.
Hello, Sandra.
How are you?
Yes, I'm good. I'm good.
Turn your
I'm
radio
happy
off. Turn
to
your
be
radio
talking
off. Turn
to
your
you.
radio off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, Sandra,
Mm.
please, I would like to answer this with questions.
Okay.
First of all, my first question is, had this woman been from Osun State, Lagos State, or any of the Yoruba states, would this have come up?
I don't know.
That's my first question.
Okay.
The second question is, her name is Yinka Akinkugbe. Where does she get the name from?
No, her name is Nimi. She's married to Yinka.
No.
Her name is Nimi. She's married to Yinka.
Oh, married to Yinka.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, she is Mrs. Akinkugbe.
Yes.
Mrs. Akinkugbe. And she came from River State. She has borne her husband's name for 30 years. They have been married. Even if they are saying, go to your state and get this appointment, when she gets back to her state, her people will say, who is Mrs. Akinkugbe? Which Yoruba woman did they? That's one. Another question I want to ask our people, maybe the men, what do they really want? What do they really want from women? Culture. A culture states that once a woman is married, she becomes her husband's, she adopts her husband's place, she adopts her husband's place of origin, she adopts this and adopts that. Okay, now it has come to this, and now they want to now reject it, drop it, and say, no, it doesn't happen. If it no more culture, what is happening? Now, their question, like someone has said, it's not as if this woman is not qualified. What is their problem? I'm telling you this. I'm from the East, and I'm married to someone from the West.
Okay.
Is it only when this kind of a thing comes up that, it's because it's a political appointment? Another question I want to answer, I ask, please, how has she been voting? Where has she been voting? Her voters card, does she read River State, state of origin? Has she been voting as a River indigenous? Please, let me leave it here.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, Bibi, for calling. We've got Bahomi on the line. Hello, Bahomi.
Hello. Okay, hello. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Bahomi.
Okay, I just want to say, Okonjo Iweala, she actually, I believe she came from Ogwashuku.
Okay.
And she was nominated to represent Abia State.
Okay.
If this same sentiment was, played during that time, we will not be celebrating a great woman like Okonjo today.
Okay.
You understand? Okonjo is what she is today. From those appointments, that's where we go to today now. Even opposing political parties are recommending her for what WTO appointment. So if we continue to play those kind of politics, we are going to be, shortchanging women. You understand? So we should not be playing that kind of politics because it wasn't played under Jonathan. So it's a test for this president. It's a test for him. So what is he going to stand with? Is he going to do the right thing or is he going to follow those sentiments? And then to your question, you ask a question whether a woman should take up appointment with the husband's place or
her own father's place.
Yes, I believe women are grossly underrepresented. So as a way of affirmative action on women, I would say they can take appointment from both sides because we don't have enough. In fact, you compare Nigeria to other African countries, you see that our women are grossly underrepresented, both in elective positions and in appointments. So anyone they can get, they should take it.
Okay.
Should not be looking at where they come from.
All right, Bahomi. Thanks for calling. Ogochukwu is in transit. Ogochukwu, hello.
Hello, Sandra. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, nice topic you have raised today, and I think it calls for more questions than you have asked. And I think the lady who spoke before the last, I think, said something interesting. What men want, and from what is currently existing, I think we should stand by that. So when you make a woman adopt your place, your culture, your status, your name, I think she should be eligible to contest for political appointment in your state.
Okay.
But you know, the way Nigerian and its politics is a politics of grabbing. So they are looking at it from the point of, okay, so if she is from another state and is not full-fledged, then at the time of appointment, probably she would have her sister who is not also married in that state come to be her personal assistant. She would have a couple of people from her geopolitical region come and take some appointments in Ondo and stuff like that. I think it's time for us to start looking at what word would I call it? Our origin or state of origin as an issue.
Yeah. The state of origin is an issue, but for women, it's a peculiar problem.
It is it is seriously peculiar, and that's where the confusion comes when you have some women still keep their maiden names and hyphenate it to be maybe Mrs. Ogochukwu something or Mrs. Stuff like that. And if our political class are not willing and have the will to say, oh, this should be changed, I think we are still in the dark.
All right.
Because it means that for people who are qualified, especially women, to take positions, are not coming out to take these positions or even vie for them. Yeah, and it's a big problem as far as I'm concerned. And especially when the world is looking at how to increase women participation in certain areas and politics and all that. And we're still talking about she's not from here. Where else is she supposed to come from? Is she supposed to go back to her father's house?
She's internally displaced, is what I say. Thanks for calling me Ogochukwu. We've got Big Zeno Adekola on Facebook who says Nigeria is like a nomadic society where nothing changes from its original inhabitants. Because even in death, women are taken to their home state for burial, not where they are married from. So in my place, women are not taken to their home state for burial. They are taken to their home states for lying in state. Right? So you take their body to their people, so the people see their daughter, see that there's an actual body that you're burying, and then they now take the woman to her husband's place and bury her there. But I guess it differs from culture to culture. But that's an interesting conversation to have at some point. It's a conversation we need to have that continues the conversation of where is a woman from? Because I think it's time for us to start questioning a lot of these cultures that we have. Culture is dynamic. Culture evolves. The things that we considered our culture 100 years ago are not our culture anymore. So a culture is whatever all of us come together and agree is our culture. So what aspects of our culture are we holding on to today that continues to harm a particular part of society? Not just women, also men. Vic Mighty Vela Chukizaki says that this is what happens in Love is War movie. Okay. Okachine Dumu says, this is the kind of mentality that I don't like about Africa. We cannot see this thing in any other continent except Africa. I am ashamed. Andrew Friday Oborga says, she's from both as far as I am concerned. But another question I want to ask is this. Is she and her husband not contributing anything to the society of Ondo State? Or did no man bring her from Lagos without knowing the problem of the people of Ondo State? If yes, then she should be removed because she's not a taxpayer in Ondo State. Okay. Tijani Yusuf says, the governor of Ondo State is married to a lady from Imo State. Today, she's the first lady of the state. Why didn't they disown her? She's from Ondo State. All right, Captain Tijani, thanks for sending your message in. Rash Border says, we are peculiar in this country. The other day, we were shouting Black Lives Matter. We were taking up racism abroad. Whereas here in our country, there's so much racism. The woman has been married for more than 3 decades. She's given birth to children. As far as I'm concerned, she's from Ondo State. Fred Uyi says, Madam, no sentiments here. We spoke of equality in men and women. Why should a woman's state of origin be absorbed by the man's state of origin? Because she's a woman? Why is the man not equally from the woman's home state? All right, Fred, that's a question I'm always asking on this show, and I haven't gotten an answer yet. Remember, I asked a caller earlier on, and that caller basically ran off the phone. Donald says the woman belongs to her husband's state. Simple. Jacobs Jonas says, in fact, she's overqualified. What nonsense is that? For 30 years? Oyemakinwa Kende says, Sandra, you can have it both ways. You cannot say she's entitled as an indigene of the husband's town to get nominations and then agree that they should still lay claim to her when she's to be buried. You can't have it both ways. I guess you meant to write, Kende. Thank you for sending your message in. Tolu Ale says, by virtue of our constitution, marriage does not confer citizenship on anybody. You can only be a Nigerian by birth, by registration, and by naturalization. Actually, you can confer citizenship by marriage. Archie Jr. says, I get patriarchy and its global attending issues, but leave it. Nigerian political space, public office space, corporate space is rigged against Nigerian women. There will always be a goalpost to shift if and when it is required against a Nigerian woman. You do know these things do not even matter with men when the chips are down. Case in quote, see Bola Ahmed Tinubu's cabinet while he was governor. He had men spread nationwide serving without anyone batting an eyelid. Women need to be aware of the inanity and organized to at least get their rights to vying for positions they find so sad. All right, thanks for sending your message in. We've got Afiz Kazim who says, if the woman is asked to fill a form, what if she fills River State as state of origin? Then she's not qualified, irrespective of anything. I'm not sure I understand the message you just sent to me, Afiz, but thanks for sending it. We've got Kayode Samuel who says, now I know that there's really a difference between citizen and indigene. Okay. We've got Oluwasegun Keji who says, the appointment should be based on both because she's a Nigerian. Appointments should not be based on tribalism since you can school in any part of the country, even abroad. So concerning where the woman is from, since she is legally married, she's from her husband's state. But remember, I keep asking, is her husband from her state? Is her husband from her state? Because back to the argument that I had earlier on, two become one. What does that really mean, to become one? When we say that, what do we mean? So, for instance, can her husband go to River State and be given a position in River State? Will the Rivers people be okay with that? Would you be okay with that? If you heard that Nyesom Wike wanted to give Nimi's husband, Yinka, a position in River State, nominate him for a position in River State because he's married to a Rivers indigene. And so he recognizes that as somebody married to a Rivers indigene, you, sir, are now a Rivers indigene. Would you be okay with that? Let's flip the story. I know it sounds kind of odd in your ear because, I'm a man, but why is a man not from his wife's place? Oh, he went to marry her. Yes, but she agreed to marry him. That's a conversation for a different day. I'm Sandra Ezekose. Let's talk about food next. Between 5 and 6, that's the conversation we're going to have. Food. How expensive is it for you to buy these days? I went to my favorite restaurant and they told us that from Monday, they're going to increase the price of their food. So let's have that conversation. We have perspectives coming your way.
This is your number one station.
99.3.
99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.